Amen, I say to you, I do not know you. Therefore, stay awake, for you know neither the day nor the hour. Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
My grandfather Stanley was the only one in my hometown, in my small town of Port Henry, New York, right there near Lake Placid, New York. He was the only one in town who owned a Cadillac. It was shiny black Cadillac. It was a sweet ride. And he was very proud of that Cadillac. It was everything to him. He took such good care of it. It was a sign of his success as a businessman. And he took pride in that car. Thus, when my grandfather would drive his black Cadillac, on any given Sunday, he would surprise you by stopping at your house to pick up the grandkids to take them to Sunday Mass in the Cadillac. It was such a treat to ride in this car that was so special to him. But it also meant that you could actually sit with your grandparents at Mass instead of your siblings. And it also meant this too, that after Mass, the grandparents would take you to the Lee House. The Lee House is an old hotel. And you would get an Adirondack donut. You haven't lived until you had an Adirondack donut. It is a donut that is deep fried to such a point that when you bite into it, it's crispy. And then they glaze it with this butter glaze and sprinkle it with maple syrup sugar. You bite into it and your teeth crack. It is just wonderful. It was such a treat. And as soon as you got to the church parking lot and got out of the Cadillac, my grandfather would hand all the grandkids that he had taken to church $5 to put in the parish collection basket. $5 back in the 70s? Well, that was like $1,000. Well, one Sunday, seated there next to my grandfather, the basket was offertory time. The basket was approaching. And my grandfather could see out of his one good eye. He only had one good eye because of the war. He could see out of that one good eye that I had pocketed the $5. And out of the other pocket, I pulled out a dollar bill. I was basically cheating God. Well, he right then just laid into me, and I'm sure everyone around us could hear. He says, "How dare you? You have so much. You could at least give $5. And then he started pointing his finger at me, and I knew that meant business. Never hold anything back from God. Never hold anything back from God. Well, just then, I also noticed that right next to me were the keys to that black Cadillac, that car he cherished so much. It was right there next to me. And recalling that I should never hold anything back from God, I scooped them up in my hands, and with that $5, as the basket was approaching, I threw both of them, the keys and the $5, into the Sunday basket. My grandfather didn't know what to do. It's not like you can jump into the basket and get it out. Not holding back anything from God. Trusting that indeed we have more than enough somewhere deep inside of us where we can give and where we can be blessed, broken, and shared. Is the heart and message of today's gospel, this parable, this strange parable of the bridesmaids and the groom. We hear in today's gospel that indeed the bridesmaids, they have some oil. They even know where to get more oil. Their lamps are actually ablaze. But as soon as the groom approaches, as soon as the evening breaks and the reception is about to begin, these bridesmaids begin to second guess themselves. They begin to doubt. They panic. And they don't think they have enough oil to keep their light burning. That they're capable of even giving one more drop of oil. They feel empty. Nowadays, I think we all can relate to those bridesmaids as we confront this relentless virus that has such a hold over the world. As we confront this spike here in Omaha, with the economic uncertainties and challenges that has brought to our life, many of us might think, oh, I just can't give anymore. I just can't do it. I'm just empty. Well, the good news is this. It was an empty tomb that has promised us new life, hope, indeed love. And that deep down in our lives, we have more than enough because we are captivated by grace, captivated by Jesus Christ. Brothers and sisters, to the entire parish, today is the annual Sermon on the Mount. Indeed, I am very grateful to everyone for the ways in which you, in spite of the challenges, have continued to be involved and to be supportive of this parish. I am deeply grateful. I am proud to be called your pastor. Because with everything going on, more importantly, you're involved. You have brought your heart, your soul, everything to this community. And you share, even when it seems like we have so little to share. Indeed, we ended the fiscal year in June in a good place, in a very solid place. However, as you see, as we continue throughout the year, we're not meeting our budgets, and we have unbudgeted expenses, such as sanitizing this building. As you know, all those equipments and the materials for sanitizing is very expensive. We're continuing to try to update our technology as we continue to try to be a parish in a new way in the midst of the pandemic and the many challenges that confront us. Also, we have to be concerned about one another, and we need to meet those challenges where people are unemployed, are in need